muttering like Medea over a cauldron. You'll scare away my customers.
They follow their trades, imitating their previous lives, but they are ignorant.
This again. You're in a world of your own, aren't you?
Okay, model arena.
Hilarious.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
The key to the chest of the Shrine of Apollo.
From what I hear, nobody
Okay.
saw it coming.
We'll have to head there in a second
I
then.
thought you Stoics weren't supposed to worry about things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do?
Rudimentary doll. Looks like it's been well loved.
Suffering, waiting to be found.
As hell.
Sounds like you're torturing yourself. Leave that for the gods. Try to relax. Get some rest. Tomorrow's a new day.
I suppose you're right.
You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you.
Note from Kabash. I told Lucretia about the dreams I've been having, and she said it might help her divine their meaning if I wrote them down. It happened again last night. A man by the river was there, as always, his face shrouded in shadow, a peculiar ram headdress. Once again, he introduced himself as Curdy. He told me he had dragged me from the river. He seemed to smirk as he said his name, as if it meant something. Now that I could not understand. Indeed, the name rings a bell, but I cannot, for the life of me, remember where I heard it. I do not think I will sleep soundly again until I know. Pretty. Circular disc, symbol of fish. Carving it looks like it might be religious in nature. Phallic. That's what, yeah. What I want. Thus your final warning, sinner. You know whose place this is?
Hilarious.
Horatius? Looking a bit troubled there.
Still no sign of Scintilla. And I haven't slept right in 3 weeks.
Don't
Coming?
be too hard on yourself. From what I hear, nobody saw it coming. Anyway,
Metal dice
I thought
towers,
you
designed to stop
Stoics
people
weren't
from
supposed to
cheating when
worry
rolling
about
dice.
things you can't control.
Yeah, but I keep thinking, what if there is something I can do? What if she's out there somewhere suffering, waiting to be found?
Sounds like you're torturing.
Finish this area first.
Leave that for the gods. Try to relax.
I'm
Get
guessing
some
that
rest.
Promethean fire's not for
Tomorrow's a
sale.
new day.
Salve,
suppose
stranger,
you're right.
and welcome to our idyllic little slice of the Empire. I'm Dacius. Terrible shame what happened to Yulia, but we just have to carry on, don't we?
What's your story?
You mean how did I end up here? That is a lengthy tale.
Let's hear it.
All right. Well, you see, I'm in the business of procuring rare and precious objects liberated from the enemies of Rome. Mostly sculptures, vases, the occasional slave, fetch a magnificent price in Roman high society. Had myself a nice little shop in Rome, just off the Forum. Lots of foot traffic and close to the docks. Good place to be when the fires broke out. See, about 7 months ago, half of Rome caught on fire. Everyone who couldn't get to an outer gate was running for the river, open to escape by barge. So I gathered my coins and some priceless vases into a cart and had my most loyal slave girl, pretty young thing named Acantha, push it for me. All the way down to the river, I'm elbowing for a stampede of people, turning back now and then to make sure she hasn't legged it with my valuables. But, to my surprise, we make it, and I see this barge loading up, and it's so full it's almost sinking. But the captain's happy to take my coin, So I start boarding, and then he puts his hand on my chest and he says, "No, too heavy. The cart or the girl." So I did what anyone would have done.
Chose the cart.
Of course I chose the cart. I mean, I can always buy a new slave girl if I still have my money. So I put my hand on the cart, and I guess you realise what was happening because those pretty black eyes of hers go all wide. And in one swift motion, she topples the whole bloody thing into the Tiber.
You took her with you after all?
No, I dived in after it, of course. Aren't you paying attention? That was a bloody fortune. Only, I guess I must have hit my head or something, because everything went black. When I came to, I'd washed up on the riverbank, not far from here, with nothing in the world but a single silver coin.
Iterations?
Thank you, friend. But it turns out it might have been a stroke of good fortune, because this place is a veritable treasure trove. Look around you. There must be more gold in here than in the treasury of Rome. If I can just figure out how to get it out of here.
You know a way out of here?
I'm afraid not. If you're desperate, I did hear that Aurelia down at the tavern claims to know of a way out, but I'm not sure I trust her. Some people here are a little shady for my liking.
Keep an eye out for him. What do you think of the golden rule?
It's terrible for inflation is what it is. There's so much gold just lying around, it's practically worthless. At least down here. Of course, I have an idea for generating real wealth, but what I need is a bow. Just a simple composite bow. I've scoured this city from top to bottom with no luck. But if you happen to find one, bring it to me and we'll talk.
Hasn't the magistrate banned weapons?
Oh, well, technically yes, but that just means you'll need to be a little discreet.
I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, friend.
Who you gonna vote for?
Malleolus. I mean, Sentius couldn't even keep his daughter safe. What hope does he have of protecting us?
I'd like you to vote for Sentius.
Not going to happen.
All right.
Very well. Another time.
In couple.
Ah, it's you again. Hope you're settling in, friend. Now, what's on your mind?
Your story.
Well, it's a long one and kind of sad, but I don't mind telling it.
I have the time.
I'm a farmer. Always have been. I grew up in a small village in Britannia, Camulodunum, with my parents and two little sisters. Lovely part of the world. One day, when I was about 20, my father and I were in the top paddock, loading our cart, when some Roman legionaries came along, demanding produce for their men. My father told me to run into the house for his axe, and so I did. I sprinted so fast I almost threw up, but by the time I got back, he was bleeding out on the ground, and our cart was empty. That was my first encounter with the legions. My mother died of a broken heart soon after, and things went downhill
Keep an
from
eye out
there.
for Scintilla, would you?
I took over the farmstead, but I was young, and it was a struggle. More raiding started before too long. We'd come outside in the morning to find animals missing, our stores pillaged. These Legion thugs just took whatever they wanted. One night, when my sisters and I had nothing left to steal, there was a knock at the door. I knew who they were, and what they wanted. I got my father's old axe, pulled the door open real quick, and before that soldier knew it, split his face right down the middle. But there were more of them. I never saw how many, because the next thing I knew, I was waking up with a mouth full of dirt and lungs full of smoke. My home was reduced to ash. My sisters, dead. And they left me alive to see what they'd done. Still
Dang.
burns whenever I think about it.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, well, I wasn't the only one this happened to. It wasn't long before Boudica led thousands of Britons in a rebellion against the Romans. Unfortunately, there were just too many of them. And those of us who survived, they enslaved. So, then I found myself being transported all the way to Rome to be sold to the highest bidder. I spent a few years working for my new master, learning the Romans' ways. Romanized my name and everything. Tried to escape a couple of times, but they always found me, and I'd just end up right back where I was. I'd probably still be there too, if it wasn't for the stampedes breaking out. You see, about 7 months ago, an enormous fire broke out in Rome. Everybody was running down toward the river, screaming and shouting. I'd never seen anything like it. Human beings acting like cattle. I got swept up with them somehow, and the rest is a blur. The next thing I knew, some stranger was dragging me out of a river. Stumbled across this place, and I started my life over again.
I'm glad it worked out in the end.
That's what I thought too, for a while. But it seems the gods aren't done tormenting me yet. See, I finally had my own farm again, safe from the grasping hands of the Romans. Or so I thought. Until Sentius the Decurion demanded I hand over all my produce. It's for the good of us all, he says. Only he takes the best bits for himself, of course. He even told me if I refuse his demands, I'll break the golden rule. I'm not sure I believe him, but then, what if he's right? So, it turns out our dear old magistrate is no better than the Legion thugs who took everything from me. I'm right back where I began. But don't you worry, Nemesis is waiting, and he'll get his, one day. He'll get his. Starting?
Busy. Should try talking to you later.
Vote for Malleolus for a free drink at my tavern. Oh, you're here. I'm so glad you decided to visit. I'm Aurelia, and I hope I'm not being too forward, but the moment I laid eyes on you, I was intrigued. There's a light in your eyes I've never seen before, a certain learning and sophistication.
You're as charming as you are beautiful.
Ugh, coming on a bit strong, don't you think?
Came on to me.
I take back what I said. Suddenly, I don't find you so intriguing anymore. Let's just forget that ever happened, so we can at least do business. So,
Smooth
what
talker.
brings you to my tavern?
What's your story?
Ugh, let it go. Nothing's going to happen between us.
No way you're out of here?
You know, normally, I'd expect you to buy me a drink before asking if I want to get out of here.
I was asking about escape from the city.
I guess that went right over your head. Never mind. As a matter of fact, I do know a way out. I'm happy to tell you all about it, but this is valuable information we're talking about, and I don't just give it out like some cheap oracle. So, how badly do you want it? Is it worth, say, 1,000 denarii to you?
On a way out, why haven't you used it yourself?
Simple. It's a one-way trip, and I'm not ready to go just yet. I like my life here. One day, maybe, but not now.
Isn't it unethical to keep all these people trapped in here knowing there's a way out?
I think of it this way. I have something of value, and I'm willing to share it for a price. That's not unethical. That's just good business. Now, do you want it or not?
How do I know isn't a scam?
If I took your money without giving you what I promised, I'd be breaking the golden rule, wouldn't I? And I have no interest in doing that.
Tell me more about what I'll be buying.
Well, I can't tell you too much, or you'd figure it out for yourself. But I promise you, you'll never have to spend another hour in this city ever again.
I'll have to pass.
What's the matter? Can't afford it? Well, perhaps you could take out a loan. I understand Malleolus has lent money to others, on occasion.
What do you think of the golden rule?
I just try not to think about it. Drink helps with that. As the saying goes, to drink is human, so we drink.
Heard any interesting gossip?
Certainly, for 10 denarii.
else.
Whatever you like. All right. See ya.
You know what?
Back again. Couldn't stay away, huh? Certainly.
We'll pay her.
For 10 dinari.
See what she says.
Have you met Livia? She used to do my hair until one day she just snapped. This place has that effect on people. Now she just stands around, caked in filth, muttering nonsense to herself. It's a real shame. Now I have to do my own hair.
Looks like it.
Whatever you like. All right. See ya.
Create a time paradox. Quarter Sentius to be flung back. Yeah. Figure who's most likely to break the golden rule. Sentia Domitus. Ulpius is dead. Right? Maybe? It's the river and the fire. That's what I keep hearing is the fire and the river. Ask Lulia about Sentia's escape. Find a way into the palace. Already there. Him alive, I want to learn. I need to find a way to stop him. Why are these quests still on there if I failed it? Okay.
You stay away from my money.
Here for your money.
The many shall suffer for the sins of the one.
Whoop-ass.
All I did was pick up the key.
Salve, friend. I'm Galerius. Mind telling me...
And you're about to offer me to Sentia so you can tell me about the golden rule.
Oh, Bacchus, how much did I drink last night? Sorry to have bothered you. Oh, and since you seem to be in a hurry, you should try out this device I made. Worked real hard on it.
Oh, yes! Zipline.
Just attach the pulley to the rope over the lake and hang on to the handles. If it works, it'll be faster than walking. And if it doesn't work, worst thing that can happen is you'll take a swim in the lake. I haven't quite summoned the courage to test it myself. But don't worry, it's completely safe. Probably.
Alright.
All right. See you around.
You, Tantalus, cannot. Just as the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls. But it does not notice the crowds that come. The newly arrived are ignorant of the road before them.
Well, we're not going to touch her key. Listen with their ears. This is its farm.
Fortune smile on you, brother.
Can I actually go into the water? I can. There. I don't know how to get up. Yeah, I don't know how to get over there. Like a chest or something up there. I move you. Ugh. I don't think I can get there. Ugh. All right. See a way to get in there. Okay. Let's keep going this way.
Cerberus lifts his triple head and lets out his threefold rays.
May the gods be kinder to you than they were to us.
They follow their traits.
I'd be climbable if you only support my way. Way to make myself lighter? Miracle grow on it? That works. Bloodless shadow wanders without flesh. Symbol of fish carved in it. Religious in nature. Okay. Still fresh. See anybody in there, and I don't see a key. Can't climb over the wall. Okay, so that takes us to shrine. Okay, so we haven't talked to Lucretia. Figured out where she's at yet.
Hello? Hello?
What's your story?
My name's Dooley. I live here now because I got in trouble and they said they had to lock me up.
What'd you do?
I don't know. I don't remember things so good. I think it's just because I was looking for treasure.
Somebody think you were going to steal?
Yes. But I wasn't. I was just looking.
That all?
They said I did it more than once, but I can't remember things so good. Then they called me mean names. They called me a liar, Billy.
Liability.
Yes. They said I have to live here now, and gave me this letter. But I'm not good with words. Do you think you could read it for me?